big three has basically been solid for the Trailblazers in their first two games.
All right, in the air, Sabonis deflects to David Benoit. Benoit came alive from the second half of the first game and has done a solid job, averaging 13 points a game for the Jazz in the series. Benoit on the base over Harvey. Harvey let him go. Blazers had it. Stockton's got it. Watch Rod. Took a long time getting loose tonight. Whirlpools, massage, and a lot of stretching in order to get that groin loosened to defend and play against a guy like Stockton. Hornacek down to Felton Spencer, trying to get the foul on the big guy, and Sabonis Lazar with a block. That's a tough move for Spencer anyway, a right-hander coming to the middle with his hand and the ball exposed to the defender. On the other hand, that's what happens when you get it to the big guy. You can't win without getting Sabonis the ball, Steve. He got 2 shots in the fourth quarter in game 2.
Well, let's see if they work their way through this 48 minutes, that they make sure that they give him a steady diet of opportunities, and he becomes aggressive at the offensive end. You know, he's a guy that thinks pass first, shoot second.
Malone, he's made nothing but tough shots in the series. Here's a fella that's got to get it done. He and Harvey Grant. Aaron McKee, tough shot on the way, nobody there. Not a real well-thought-out shot. The defense, or the rest of the team, not under the rebound. Blazer lead 2. 2-zip just underway. Stockton, Malone on Clip. Rod tries to help and run the pick and screen, but Malone shoots and misses. And right there, we've seen a better start defending on Malone. He is 0 for 2, unlike games 1 and 2 when he started out red hot.
And in the nights, though, that Malone struggles, he just ups the number of shots he's going to take. He'll end up with numbers for the night as they go to Aaron McKee trying to attack Jeff Hornacek.
That seems to be part of the game plan, trying to get Aaron off the snide in the series. Aaron so far is 0 for 6. Hornacek has not missed a 3, and that time he hits the 2. We're all tied at 2-2. Keep Hornacek in mind. Over the years, I mentioned, against the Blazers, all games, 17 for 21 outside the 3-line, and Stockton called for using 2 arms and on the foul against John Stockton. Steve, on Saturday night, you were not there. You were away on an NBC assignment. 5 Blazers had 2 fouls at the end of 1 quarter.
Well, they had foul trouble, and I saw that ball game, and that was a concern for them. But I think, you know, that's part of being on the road. Took Robinson on the drive and a foul against Karl Malone. Now, you know what Jerry Sloan and the Jazz are going to say. They're getting the calls already. But an attacking Cliff Robinson, and, you know, Malone plays with his hands as well as any big man in the NBA. The percentage is down for Cliff. The numbers are up, and he just has to play through.
Makes the first. Steve, is it too much to ask? I understand what playoff basketball is all about, Cliff's numbers in the series. It becomes a half-court game, but the Blazers only have 8 fast break points in the series. Is it too much to ask to think that they might do better than that tonight?
No, I think that they have to be aggressive in looking for cheap baskets. I have maintained that playoff basketball success is a team that gets the cheap baskets. If you have to grind it out every single time, you end up with a tough situation. An air ball by Malone.
Rod brings it up. Oh, Malone right there. Not a good look by Rod. Stockton, look at him dish. Malone all the way. And comes up shy. Sabonis, he was there to contest the shot. And now Sabonis has got to defend as Malone gets the easy baseline shot, and we're tied at 4.
Now, a lot of people say Karl Malone has no moves, but the art of Karl Malone's scoring is his ability to hold a man down in the box and then get the ball away quickly, as he did against Cliff Robinson.
Malone 1 for 5. Harvey Grant with a rainmaker. Oh, baby. The weathermen would have loved that one. Rainbow on the end with a pot of gold for a pair and a 6-4 Blazer lead. Little John, Cliff steps up. There's Hornacek. That's a 3. He missed his first 3-point shot of the series. He's now 17 for 22 for the year outside the home run line against the Blazers. And 8 for 9 here in the first 2+ games. Rod on the miss. Snapped out of there by Benoit. And Felton Spencer got hit on the head by his own teammate. 6-4 Blazers. And a 20-second timeout called by the Utah Jazz. Remember, the Blazers in game 2, they made 8 of their first 9 field goal attempts. Steve jumped out to a 17-7 lead, and then they fizzled.
You know, when you talk about, you know, how NBA games go, remember that is always going to be a case where you have runs. And what you have to try to do is maintain your poise and presence. Malone trying to get his team started. Sabonis coming in to get just enough of it. Thought he might have gotten hit, but got no call.
Sabonis has not gotten a lot of calls, despite the fact that he has attempted 35 free throws in the series. But again, that brings up another one. Lazar, this fella, is man you've got to go to, Steve. He's going to get you to the line or he's going to get a shot. Something's going to happen. He's 26 of 35 at the foul line in the series. Now he's defending. Felton Spencer up on top. They draw Sabonis out of the lane. Littlejohn and the foul called on Sabonis. So they tag Lazar with a foul, and the Blazers have their first. Sabonis has one.
Well, that's where you don't want Sabonis to get fouls, and that's where you don't want him to be. In a position where he's trying to deny John Stockton position. You want him to jump out, make Stockton back up, and maybe turn the other direction back toward Rod Strickland.
Stockton, crossover, looks for Benoit. And he leaks out a little bit on it as he faded away on the shot before it was totally released. Threw him off a little, and Rod with a rebound. Sabonis and Spencer are just leaning all over each other. There he is to the back door, and Spencer holds ground, and Sabonis comes up dry.
Well, Sabonis did a good job getting there. It was too close to the rim. Malone right at the basket as Cliff Robinson gambled. Ball game tied.
He overplayed to the high side, and the pass was right there. Room service. Watch Stockton tonight. He's already got 3 assists. On the road, when you go there, they're pretty liberal. Cliff with an in and outer, and knocked away by the Jazz out of bounds. Blazers will have this one. We have 7:22 to play here in the first quarter. And already the fans would love to be on their feet, but at least one thing, they're all moving forward to the edge of their seats. Aaron McKee still hasn't gotten a point here in the series. Down to the big man. Rimming it out, kept live by Harvey. Rod for 3, short. And they have it. The Blazers are shooting poorly again.
Well, both teams are shooting poorly, and that just tells us how important the game is to each one. The Jazz want to close Portland out, and Portland wants to get a lead and give themselves a chance to relax. Hornacek on a nice cut. Aaron McKee, the foul.
At 4 this morning, 2 intruders broke into the home of an 83-year-old woman.
Get an education in basketball immortality. Today's legends, Charles Barkley and Arvydas Sabonis. To learn more, log on to NBA.com/history.
Now this Hornacek has been a killer for the Blazers. And he's used his experience to really whittle away at Aaron McKee. And Harvey Grant. And whoever else they tried to put on him. Cliff. Missing. They sent a man to him on the double. The man underneath on the left side was open. He never saw him. There's Felton. Short.
When they miss, Portland's got to make a consistent effort to push the ball and get back, try to break down the Jazz defense. Stockton and that was Stockton and Strickland fighting for the ball. Cliff Robinson flips it to Sabonis.
Beautiful pass by Cliff. Touch pass to the big guy. Very adroitly laid in. 1 point Utah lead. 9-8. First quarter. 6:04 to play. Knocked away by Rod. Blazers on a 2-2 flyaway. Now 3-2. Aaron gets the ball back to Rod. He's grilled cheesed and fouled. And that'll put the Jazz at 3 team fouls here in the first quarter. And in the act of shooting, charge Hornacek with this one.
They forced Stockton to drive the ball, and on the way up, Rod Strickland stripped him from the rear. You know, if you're a Jazz fan, you look and say, well, he got hammered by Cliff Robinson, but that was his momentum taking him to Cliff Robinson.
Rod's got to be a little bit more cautious at the foul line. Rod the other night had a miserable night at the foul line. He's now 11 for 20 at the free throw line in the 2+ games. Makes the second, missed the first. Tie game at 9. Benoit, Stockton, leaves it for Stockton, looks for the curl to the basket. Stockton on Rod. Steve, you talked about it. I would agree. As Malone bails out, nothing. Blazers have got to find a way to put pressure on Stockton a little further out on the floor.
You'd like them to set up further because that throws off all their timing on their screens. It makes it easier for the defense when they have to rotate to get there. Strickland trying to squeeze one in. They turn it over. Stockton getting an earlier call for rest here as Isley comes in the ball game.
It's about a minute and a half ahead of where he usually comes out, but you got to give Jerry Sloan credit. He's done a magnificent job of getting rest for his key players at the appropriate time, and he's had them ready down the stretch in each of games 1 and 2. He really has done a nice job. Here's Hornacek.
See, when you're in Hornacek's face, it's much easier to get misses, but if you get him free, Strickland spins in, can't finish.
Harvey, close range, can't get it. Well, Steve, one other thing you've seen, and this foul will go on Isley, one other thing that we're seeing, unlike the last 22 games of the season where we saw great ball movement on the perimeter, we're not seeing any of that in this series by the Blazers.
I think they had it in the first half of game 1. They had very good offensive patience. They broke down in game 2, but I think it's just because everyone is trying to do well, and I think if they remember what are their keys to success, they'll be okay. Nobody right now is making any shots for either team, so it tells you that both teams want it real bad, and all the players are a little bit nervous.
But how easily is Sabonis getting shots away? He was getting good shots. Look at Malone try to follow in the crowd, overlays Spencer. That's what happens when Sabonis turns and goes to help. He leaves his man because of his inability to use that lateral movement too well. He has a hard time getting back to cover his own man.
Well, Felton Spencer did the right thing. He followed him. You know, anytime you follow, you're going to find yourself open. Harvey Grant.
Well, he needed that, Steve. Harvey has really struggled from the floor in this series. He does a lot of good things defensively, but Harvey was shooting 31% from the floor coming in for this game.
Only way you get out of a slump is to keep shooting. You got to believe when no one else believes that you can get it done. Malone misses that one, so Karl Malone is having a tough first quarter.
Just
wipe that out.
The officials are a little late on the call, and I got to tell you, there was a foul call right here that they missed, and they're going to call this on Sabonis. That's 2 on the big guy.
Harvey Grant tried to take that one for Sabonis, but couldn't. As Malone gets it inside, he had a lot of time. Now the ball comes up, and everybody's trying to get it, and right at the end, Sabonis gets a jersey full.
Chris Dudley in. He's averaging 7.5 games, or 7.5 rebounds a game in the first 2. Isley, who's got that great quickness, almost had Rod leaning the wrong way. Felton Spencer draws Dudley away from the basket, which is his strength. And they try and post up Malone. Cliff is really playing him tough. Malone too deep, and Cliff's got it. Malone over his back, and no foul call. Excellent defense by Cliff Robinson. Excellent. 11-11, we're tied. 3.5 to play in the quarter. Aaron has got to find the basket. Stops. They don't attack him once he terminates the dribble. Rod on the spin, taken away by Felton. Rod gets it back with those good hands, and they've got it on the miss. And the Blazers now are 24% from the floor.
Different team without John Stockton out on the floor, but you can't give him shots like that. Isley short with that one. Felton Spencer kept it close by keeping the ball alive. They get it back.
Some royal tightness inside by Isley. 11-11, we're tied, and we're under 3 to play in the first quarter. Someone's going to have to find a way to break it. Here's Isley. No! The key goes high against the 7'1" Felton Spencer and pulls it down.
This is an example of why you need a cheap basket. Both teams are struggling to score in their set offenses, and you need to be able to find a way to score cheap and easy. A lot of guys have been right at the rim. They've been short. They've been on the iron, but nobody's getting it done right now. And that's when the fast break bucket makes the difference in pushing you ahead.
Harvey with that baby left hand hook, cutting it like a curveball. And the rotation took it off the iron. Malone. That's just what you didn't want to see. Because once he starts to find the range, he's tough. He's now 3 for 11 from the floor.
Count those. That's 11 shots here in the first 10 minutes of play. So he's coming, and he's going to shoot volume if he has to tonight. What you do is continue to make him work and keep him off the free throw line.
That's the ball movement you look for right there. Harvey unfortunately missed the open J. Isley on Rod. Meanwhile, Stockton's resting, and Rod is out there grinding on that sore groin. 13-11. Trailblazers trailing by 2. The Must game, if there ever was one. Dudley, look for the pick and roll with Felton Spencer and Mosley with a travel. And the Blazers will go with Ramil, Cliff Robinson, Chris Dudley, Buck Williams, and Harvey Grant. So Rod Strickland down, Stockton down on the other side. You have backup guards, point guards, working against each other. And let's see if they defend a little differently on Ramil. Isley in there right now.
Trying to go to Harvey Grant against Jeff Hornacek, but they don't get him a good feed. He's going to have to try to work his way in.
And the people away from the ball are going to have to stay active to keep moving, and Harvey is having a devil of a time. Harvey Grant, 2 for 6. That's the wrong guy to let get a shot. And now the Blazers are down by 4. 15-11. First quarter, 1:06 to play in the first 12 minutes.
Trying to go to Cliff Robinson down on the box against Benoit. What all of the Blazers need to do is just relax.
Ramil. Buck high, Malone's got it. Saved from going out of bounds to Hornacek. Now he'll shoot this spot up if he decides to come down. He can pull up off the dribble and shoot that deep shot as well as anyone. Hornacek backing down on Harvey. Harvey's got 4 or 5 inches on Hornacek. He has not been able to utilize it yet. 3-second call in the lane against Felton Spencer. Jerry Sloan, the Harden coach, who's done a wonderful job in his 8 years in Utah. PJ just winding up year 2 in Portland.
Sloan looks like he's already played a game. The collar is always open, but this one is bent and flying away, so he's had some tough moments before this game even got started.
One familiar pattern. Blazers poor field goal shooting, and they turn it over. As Cliff tries to go to Buck, and the Blazers with another turnover. That's number 3. The Jazz have 2. PJ wincing at what he just saw. 15-11. Stockton back. They always do this for the last possession in a quarter when they have the ball. They'll bring Stockton in to try and run the offense to see if they can get 2 or 3 to end the period. Here's Malone. Felton Spencer. They leave Malone. And he gets it.
If basketball is your passion, then connect the right way at ihoops.com.
They're down by 6 points. Their opponent hasn't shot much better, and it's a ball game. They have a chance to get back in it. Ramil Robinson starts him with a drive down the middle.
That's the way you do it. You get that high percentage basket, you attack it, and see if you can get a pair or at least get to the line. That's one good way to do it. Stockton, Malone, Ostertag. That is Brian Russell and David Benoit. So they're 6'9" on the cut. Stockton deflected. Buck right there, lost the ball. They've got it. Wow. Wow. Not being aware. Stockton, Dudley, they've got him trapped. Throws the ball wildly. Russell can't get it, and the Blazers will take it on their 5th turnover of the game.
Good decision by Dudley. Saw him down in the corner, ran at him, and that's a difficult place to make plays from. Portland gets a turnover.
17-13. Blazers need a spark, and it could come from Ramil Robinson. Cliff is on the floor. Ramil, there's Buck. Saved by Harvey Grant. Dudley. Clock back to 24, now down to 20. Here's Buck. Buck Williams. In the series, Buck Williams is now 6 for 8. Actually 6 for 9. He missed his other shot. 1 for 2 tonight. 17-15. Jazz lead 2. Karl Malone on Buck Williams. Blazers have got to stay out of foul trouble. Here's Malone. Buck right with him. Tough shot. There it is. We saw plenty of those in games 1 and 2. And now a 4-point lead by the Utah Jazz with the big dog, Antoine Carr, getting set to come in for the Jazz.
You know, a screen, moving screen against Chris Dudley. So the Trailblazers turn it over. Karl Malone coming out. Antoine Carr will come in.
Malone going bye-bye as he goes out. He takes with him 8 points, 4 for 12 from the floor, and Antoine Carr comes in with a 7.5-point per game average and 1 rebound in all the minutes he's played in 2 games. Carr's played a bunch. Chip live. Dudley, Ostertag, the 7'2" rookie over his back. Dudley out ahead to Ramil. Nice move by Littlejohn. And Ramil, who I said could be the spark is fouled by Antoine Carr. So far, the Jazz have out-rebounded the Blazers by 2. Here's Ramil, Stockton beating Ramil, and a foul called on the play. And it's on Ramil, who got caught behind the screen. And he's telling Harvey to get the heck out of the way.
He actually got a little help. It wasn't Harvey. Antoine Carr just ran straight through. Stockton wait till he cleared, and that acted almost like a screen.
Little John, 84% shooter during the season. Their lead is 3. John Stockton, 39 assists in the series. Incredible. You got to find a way to defend him, push him away from his comfort zone. Not many people have done it. He's the all-time assist leader in NBA history, the all-time steals leader in NBA history. Jazz by 4. D'Antonio with a post pass. Buck on Antoine. Look at this by D'Antonio, and he's fouled on the play. He came from nowhere.
Big-time effort by Wingfield. He saw Buck Williams was going to shoot that ball, and he started right as Buck went in the air. You could see him come at the bottom of the screen to snatch that one, and at a tough putback, he'll go to the line.
21-16. The Utah Jazz lead by that many. And Wingfield and the Blazers continue to do a bad job at the foul line. Portland now is 4 of 7. Seems like they've missed more than that. They are now 4 of 8. And Dudley knocked the ball out of bounds.
Dudley got away with the push. And Ostertag not happy about it.
6 for 6, Ostertag. Boy, he beats you and you got problems. And Wingfield just does get it in. Ostertag just happy to be here. $80 a day per diem, the best seat in the house. Dudley, Ostertag got a piece of it. Foul call against Portland. Buck Williams on a loose ball foul.
Loose ball foul, Portland, number 52, Buck Williams.
The Jazz have been methodical. And they're doing a good job so far. PJ's team struggling and shooting 23% for the game. Sabonis on the bench with 2 fouls. Sabonis is 2 for 5. Chris Morris in a miss. He came in 6'9", and he's cursing at Bob Delaney. Matchups go with Buck Williams, played by Antoine Carr. Stockton on Ramil.
Both teams looking for a player that can get them going at the offensive end. It hasn't happened yet. Wingfield deep. And one of the problems is the shot selection for both teams right now is questionable.
Very questionable. 21-16. 22% from the floor. Brian Russell could be a free agent at the end of the year. Ostertag, the 7'2" center. Antoine 6'9" Carr. That's what he loves to do, and he's tucked in there. Ostertag with a tip once and twice. And Ramil fouled by Stockton in the backcourt here. Ramil saw Stockton trying to jump a pass ahead. He's fouled on the play by John, and it's almost a smart foul.
Stockton stepped in because he knew he didn't see him, but at the same time tried to make the strip. You know, what you have to do is allow that guy a chance to change direction. Stockton gave him enough room, but then he tried to poke the ball away. That's where he got the foul. Now Stockton's got 2 fouls. What you want to try to do is go at him and get a 3rd.
They have 3 as a team. Buck Williams looted out of the low post inside by Carr. Buck comes back with a tall hook. No good. Wingfield inside crowd. Blocked by Ostertag.
Problem for the Trailblazers, all of them individually are trying too hard. And, you know, if you're going to score the basketball, you've got to be relaxing. You've got to be confident. And both teams, and the Trailblazers in particular, feeling some tightness right now. 5 on the shot clock.
Ramil. Boy, the shooting is just atrocious. Dudley trying to save. D'Antonio's got it.
Now, the good thing, as I said before, is both teams not shooting the ball well.
D'Antonio does a good job getting it to Dudley, and he's fouled by Ostertag. Adam Keefe will be coming on. He was used sparingly in game 2. There he is. Keefe, who was a banger, a #1 pick from Atlanta, traded over here. He will replace Brian Russell as they continue to try their hand at getting the right man off the bench in the game. Played 8 minutes in game 1 and 8 minutes in game 2. Dudley, the J. Walter Kennedy Award recipient for outstanding community service and charity work. Very nice honor. And the second time in 3 years that the Blazers won that award. Arvydas Sabonis might be in store for an award or two also. Talk about him being a possible Rookie of the Year or a best sixth man. Ramil Robinson is replaced by Rod Strickland. Not a bad job by Ramil. Dudley makes it 21-17. Blazers trailing. Blazers made 11 points in the first quarter. That's an all-time Blazer playoff low. And a foul against Antonio Winfield.
Now, both teams may surpass that right now, Eddie. The Utah Jazz have got 4. The Trailblazers have 6 in the quarter. Both teams struggling to score. Very, very low-scoring games so far. Strickland back in and see if he can energize the Trailblazer attack.
Well, they interchange and they rub the men off the screens. Antonio playing Keith. Now Carr defended by Buck. Post him up. Tough shot, good. Antoine Carr. He's tough. Their lead is 6. That's their biggest lead of the game. 7:21 to play here in the half. They're sealing off the lane, and Rod can't get down deep where he likes to go. Wingfield on Keefe. Tough decision. Chris Morris lost the ball. Boy, the Blazers are playing right into their hands, however. They're just log jamming inside. The Blazers are not moving around outside, nor hitting shots when they get them. Wingfield. We're not afraid to shoot that shot.
Well, you got to keep shooting. And that's the only way you're going to dial in if you're out there on the floor. Wingfield believes in himself by the evidence of the last couple of possessions.
You are watching Old School Monday on NBA TV. Learn about the legends of the game every week. Tune into NBA TV for their classic performances. Log on to NBA.com.
There has been a struggle for every player that has played tonight to consistently find the basket.
Sign in the crowd says feed the Czar. I would agree with that. I'll wait till I get to the other end. Malone on Cliff. Hay may just try and clear it out and work solo. There he is. And the big guy comes over to help and takes it away. 23-20, Utah by 3. In the second with 6:10 to play till halftime. Cliff. Sabonis. Aaron McKee. He needs it. Didn't get it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Ball knocked away by the Jazz. Blazers will get it and reload the clock to 24.
Cliff Robinson comes in and at the last minute pulls it away, but as Aaron McKee from the rear looked like he might have gotten a piece of that one. Malone didn't like the call. Pull it with the new 24, foul against Jeff Hornacek.
And that'll put them over the limit, Steve, with 5:50 to play. The Blazers are at 14 fouls. The next one they commit will be penalty on both ends.
Trailblazers have had chances early here from the free throw line, just haven't been able to make them. And what they've got to do is be able to step up, make the free throws, keep the game close. There's going to come a spurt here in the first half of play where they'll have a chance to put a run on and get control of the scoreboard.
The first point in the series for Aaron McKee. He made his first point of the series, and the Blazers now within 2. Aaron McKee makes 2. So McKee, who played a total of 34 minutes in the first 2 games, is off the snide. And all the folks who pulled for him to do well are feeling a lot better right now. Stockton against Rod.
That's where you want to see Stockton doing, pulling the trigger, because that means he feels he has to make something happen, and that keeps other people from getting in the game.
Remember, Stockton with a sore right elbow. That's Sabonis. That's 3. The big guy has put the Blazers ahead, 25-22. Excuse me. Inside, they throw it away. And the Blazers will bring it down, and the crowd is on their feet And it took something special to get him up, and it was a Sabonis three that did it.
Again, Stockton didn't have these kinds of plays and mistakes in Utah. He's had a couple of uncharacteristic turnovers here early in the first half of play, which means that he's bothered somewhat.
The Jazz, who are the second best at the fewest amount of turnovers in the NBA, have turned it over 5 times here in the second quarter. Sabonis. Lazar is loving it, and so are the fans. 27-23, Blazer lead 4. 10 straight points by the Trailblazers. Felton Spencer. 27-25. Blazer lead 2. 4:28 and a half. Rod and Cliff. Cliff has Benoit, and then he sets the screen for Rod, and they seal off the pick and roll.
And you go to Sabonis and you make some plays happen. They get a push against Spencer, so that means Sabonis will go to the free throw line. What Portland has to try to do every time they get the ball is aggressively look to push it. If they don't have it, come back, then go through Sabonis.
It's got to go through here, because when it does, it comes back out when there's no shot. He keeps everybody in the play. It has a tendency to bog down when he does it. He's not been a good free throw shooter in the series. And this is a little uncharacteristic because he was right there at the top for the Blazers during the regular season. And he makes the second. Well, he hadn't been bad, but he hasn't been as good as he was. So 1 for 2, but he himself is disappointed when he misses a free throw. Bonus on Spencer. Buck on Malone. Rod on Stockton. Cliff is on Benoit. Hornacek played by Aaron McKee, and Sabonis knocked it away, and the clock rolls to 6, to 5, to 4, to 3, to 2. And Malone travel with the ball. I don't know if we have that or not, George, but Karl Malone on the turnover. 28-25. The Trailblazers lead by 3.
What you want the Trailblazers to try to do is just be consistent by keeping the pressure on with Sabonis. Tried to force that one, couldn't get it done.
Hornacek on the right wing. He'll spot up and shoot. There's Spencer. Dry heave, and Buck has got it. Boy, you don't see Hornacek miss everything but the floor. Rod down Broadway. Fouled on the play. That's the way you put pressure on. That is on Felton Spencer.
Little change of pace, and Stockton takes the bait. Spencer can't get over in time. Rod Strickland will go to the line. This is how tight games are broken open. If you can force the opponent to shoot under some pressure, as Antoine Carr comes in, Spencer down, and then get a stretch where you get to the free throw line, make a couple of shots, and you look up and you've got control of the scoreboard.
29-25. Blazer lead 4. They trailed by 6 not long ago, 23-17. Rod with a deuce. The lead is 5. Biggest lead of the game, Portland. 3:22 to play in the first half. Low scoring, you'd tune in, you'd say that was a first quarter score maybe. And not even complete in the first quarter. Malone on Buck. Good defense by Buck. Another dry heave. Must have been a bad lunch for these guys. Cliff. Break him down, Cliff. Benoit. Cliff. But if it goes, it does. Go to the line. Chance for a three-point play.
Cliff misses the free throw.
And the Blazers at the line, 10-17. Rod on Stockton. Hornacek played by McKee.
Notice that Stockton's having to set up further out on the floor, and that takes more time off the shot clock. Benoit, tough shot.
Sabonis deflects inside to Benoit, and Sabonis gets the rebound. The big guy is a tower inside. And Sabonis with 10 points, 3 boards in 8 minutes.
Right now, what you'd like to do is impress your inside game on the Utah Jazz. Get a chance to continue to go to the free throw line. 8 on the shot clock.
Rod can break him down. He elects not to. 3 on the clock. Sabonis for 3. Cliff keeps it alive. And it's saved by Aaron McKee. Great move inside. Buck there. Can't hang on. Cliff. Get it to the big man. He does. Touch pass out. McKee needs it. Blazers banging on the boards. Rod. Boy, oh boy, what a sequence for Portland. And they'll give it back to the Utah Jazz. Blazers playing volleyball on the trampoline.
When you're in a must-win situation, you play a lot tighter, and that's reflected here by the Trailblazers in their last 3 attempts. Good effort to try to keep the ball, keep it alive, but they just couldn't find a well.
Stockton on Rod, beats him to the rack. Oh, Antoine Carr got inside a Buck and just tipped it in.
Tough tip. They've got a tough quarter going themselves. They've only scored 10 points in the quarter.
Antoine Carr, 12 years from Wichita State, originally picked number 1 from the Detroit Pistons. Sabonis peels back inside. Give him 2. They make it 34-27. And the big guy, Nassar, with 12. Bucky Buckwaller just popped a couple more buttons. He found him over there in Lithuania. And they finally got him here in Portland in 96.
Jazz working against the clock at game 7. They're going to get a foul against Rod Strickland.
That puts it at 5, so that's a tough foul with 54.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Penalty in on both sides now. And they put a good foul shooter in John Stockton at the foul line. 34-27. Well, we'll have to go into the books to find out if this is a Jazz playoff low on points. Steve, they've got 28 points here at the half so far.
That is the least amount of points that a Trailblazer team has held an opponent to in playoff history, 28. So John Stockton trying to keep them out of the Trailblazer record book with these free throws, gets them both.
Well, they have 29 points, but only have 12 points here in the quarter. 34-29, the lead 5. Little Rod. In and out, tipped away. Malone's got it. Look out. They got a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 goal rush. Benoit.
Benoit running the floor, and that's really where he excelled. Gets him a tough jam to go down to make it a 3-point contest. Strickland did everything right on that last play, but finished.
Sabonis. That big guy something. Antoine Carr is now grinding his teeth saying, what am I going to do? I got to get out on him. 37-31, Arvydas Sabonis with 15 points in the half in 10 minutes.
What you want to do with Stockton right now is go to him. Don't let him come to you and set the screen. Make him adjust to the fact that you're being aggressive, Karl Malone.
Well, I tell you, Buck Williams has done a brilliant job defending Karl Malone.
Are you anxious to protect your family with life insurance, but afraid you can't afford it? Well, look how much insurance many people can get through SelectQuote for less than $1 a day. SelectQuote found Rich, 37, a $500,000 policy for under $18 a month. Even though Dave, 43, takes meds.
And it's going to be Cliff and Spencer. And it's controlled by the Jazz. So a chance for a 10-point lead, not there. Blazers led by as many as 12 in game 1. That was it. Malone, turnaround. No! And a foul called on Cliff Robinson. And that seems to be the plan for the Jazz, to try and get it deep to Malone and see if he can get to the line where he makes a living. He did not shoot a free throw in the first half, Steve.
But again, that's the art of the Utah Jazz. The fact that one, Karl Malone knows how to get free inside and draw the foul, and Stockton delivers the ball just as he makes his cut. If you're going to disrupt what Karl Malone does, they have to, again, really try to attack John Stockton.
Right there is an interesting point. No free throws attempted by Malone. Coming into the series, he had averaged 13 free throws attempted a game. Oh, he gets his first 2 free throws of the night here to start the second half. So you know that Sloan said, let's get Karl deep and see if we can get him some foul shots. 40-33. Trailblazer lead 7. They could have used that free throw that McKee made. Rod on the drive. Hello, baby. 42-33. The lead is 9, and a foul called on Felton Spencer.
Spencer saying, I'm not the only guy out here playing. You know, you're only calling my number. He's got to go sit down.
That's 4, Steve.
But this is an aggressive drive by Strickland. He's been waiting for one of these reverses to finally go in. His reaction finally, a chance for a three-point play for Rod Strickland.
42-33. Trailblazers can't get the 10-point lead. Again, another opportunity missed. 42-33, Portland. 11:18 to play here in the third quarter. Eddie Doucette and the snapper, Steve Jones. Harvey shadowing David Benoit. There he is. There's the matchup. Benoit moving down, backing down, turning. No! And Sabonis with a rebound. Arvydas Sabonis, 15 points, 4 rebounds. Rod, Sabonis. Oh, he thought about it. Cliff will, and will not get. And Aaron McKee away from Hornacek. Nice pass by McKee. And Cliff's got 2. There's your lead, 11.
What a difference a halftime can make as the Trailblazers seem to be settling down at the offensive end.
Cliff Robinson 2 for 5 from the floor for the night. Sabonis trying to defend the middle against Ostertag.
Benoit is a nervous half-court player, turns that one over. You want him, Hornacek trying to make passes, set people up. Rod Strickland.
Cliff on the way to the rack, goaltended, no. Blocked by Ostertag. But Steve, you have a situation here now where Sabonis has got an obvious advantage in a mismatch against Ostertag. They've got to find a way to get him in deep on this big guy.
Got 14 on the shot clock. I mean, they've come out and had a couple of plays work. Strickland has been aggressive in attacking John Stockton, and he scores again.
And this is the biggest lead that Blazers have had in the series, 13, with less than 10 to play in the third. Crowd's into it now. Rod, Cliff, Sabonis, Aaron McKee, Harvey Grant. Got to spread it out, get some touches for some of the other people. Rod on the drive. Rod on the pull-up. Sabonis with a jump. 53-48, Rod Strickland, brilliant play with the big guy. They work very, very nicely together. Rod with 7 assists.
They've been attacking John Stockton. You have to do the same with Howard Isley. Don't let him get in the game. Make it difficult for him to set people up, run plays. Ostertag blocked, but he follows. One thing he does, he keeps the ball up. And you have a tough time getting it from a guy that's that big.
Well, as I said before, he's had good coaching, and Roy Williams at the University of Kansas did well.
The problem for Ostertag has historically been he runs out of gas very quickly. So he's not a long stretch type of player. If you go at him, make him get up and down, he's going to get tired. Strickland against Isley attacking gets the foul.
Well, you continue to attack him because the big man, Felton Spencer, is on their bench with 4 fouls. So they've got to stay with Ostertag a while. And he has 7 points, and Rod makes the first. Blazers 54-50 a lead. They led by 13. They had a blistering charge at the start of the third, and then simmered, and now are hanging on by the fingertips on the precipice by 4. Rod misses. Sabonis pump fake, puts it up. No. How many of those have we seen so close for the Blazers tonight? Sabonis now 7 of 16. 17 points. The big guy, Ostertag at 7'2", is an imposing force that Sabonis has got to go over in terms of size. Malone, such touch for the big guy. Karl Malone
starting to get in it and looking at Jess Kersey saying, Jess, where was and one? It's a 2-point game. Now the Trailblazers had a 6-point lead at the break, and they want to work to maintain that as Strickland tries to get deep.
Harvey Grant spoons one over the top of a Cliff Robinson screen. 4-point lead, Portland. Under 4 to play in the third. Isley with Rod out or in the game and Stockton out. We're getting, now this is where Sloan is brilliant.
They're going to get an illegal defense. And the coach that caused it.
What'd he do?
He yelled at Sabonis, and Sabonis took off, but he wasn't guarding anybody.
56-52.
They wanted him to help out, but he left too early.
So they'll get the ball to the Jazz. That's the warning. Next illegal defense, technical. Again, Rod out there. Stockton resting.
Big hit by Benoit that time over the top. Isley with the foul, and a good one, because Aaron McKie would have been free.
But the foul, of course, the Blazers are in the penalty situation, so they'll go to the line and shoot a couple, and Sabonis will come out.
Now, Sabonis is a bit gassed himself, but Benoit, big rebound attempt over the back to keep it alive. Isley picking up the foul.
Aaron McKie at the line. TJ Carlesimo has stayed with him, and this is the first free throw.
Blazers this time is much shorter than it was earlier. The Trailblazers, 10 more attempts, but have not been able to make. That one was a nervous attempt by Aaron McKie. Thinking a little bit too much about making that free throw good.
Aaron McKie makes the second. 57-52 Portland. 5-point Blazers lead. 3:19 to play here in the third. Dudley in on Ostertag. Karl Malone pops through his interchange in the lane. All by himself on Cliff, and there it is. Man, oh man, you got to push him away from the spot if you can.
His job is to keep him close, and he's starting to heat up. You knew that was going to come. And the big concern is not that Karl Malone scores. Tough try by Strickland. Almost got it to go.
Here they come. They're down 3. Benoit. Dudley fighting. And it's going to be a loose ball foul called against the Utah Jazz. Jeff Hornacek.
Loose ball foul. Utah number 14, Jeff Hornacek.
That'll be his third. They are over the limit. Malone is complaining again.
He's saying, you're calling that foul, but somebody came over my back to keep that ball alive. Hornacek pulled Aaron McKie down.
Brian Russell will be checking in the game, and this will give him a little bit more size. Hornacek is 6'4". Russell is 6'7".
Hornacek has 4 fouls.
Is it 4? 4 now, that's right. Aaron McKie back at the foul line. Wills the first one. Blazer lead 4. Can they withstand the charge by the Utah Jazz? After having led by 13, Jazz have cut it down, and now the Blazers trying to build it back up. They lead by 4. Make it 5. We have not seen Buck Williams in the game here in the third quarter. Buck Williams, by the way, was 1 for 4 from the floor, but some brilliant defense on Malone in the second quarter. Stockton, pick and slip Malone. Tough to stop. Dudley didn't get there, but Russell gets the rebound. They are out rebounding the Blazers by 4, which is a surprise. Malone. And Rod climbs the ladder. And now Ostertag. A double foul. Dudley cannot get into it like that. And that just stopped the flow. That's a double foul. You don't shoot anything here.
You got an aggressive effort by both guys. The arms flail and come away. But Portland, more importantly, still has possession of the basketball. A new 24, 2:09 left in the third.
Ostertag can afford to maybe give a few more fouls than Dudley. The Blazers can't lose him, although Ostertag right now relieving Spencer, who has 4 fouls for them. And a foul called against Stockton. Now you watch the Jazz. This is one of their favorite tactics when they get posted up. They like to root you out with one of their legs down on the block. Watch it. See it right there?
But he got caught. So he's not happy with the call. John Stockton with his 4th personal, 3rd personal foul.
Rod Strickland makes the first. Buck Williams will come into the game for the first time in the second half with 1 minute and 56 to play in the third. And Cliff will go to the bench for a rest. Rod has not had a rest here. Well, Rod will go to the foul line. His team now leading by 6. How important is defense? Now, defense is very important, and it has been that way tonight. Both teams have not had a good shooting night. The Jazz 36%, the Blazers 33%. The Blazers, with 11 points in the first quarter, their all-time playoff low. Stockton, the Jazz had 12 in the second. Benoit, touch pass. Clock at 6. At 5, Russell. Ryan Russell. Harvey turned his back on him there, and the kid from Long Beach State hit it.
They scored on a broken play, but those are the kinds of plays you need to have to keep you in it. Trying to run a pick and roll between Strickland and Buck Williams.
Aaron McKee, nice fake. Rod in the lane, short. Tip, no. Cut wide, Rod. Michael.
Strickland got a lot of rebounds in this ball game, but he's been in the right spot at the right time for the Trailblazers in this quarter. A big third quarter for Rod Strickland.
Sabonis on the bench. Blazers holding on by 6. Illegal defense, Portland.
Illegal defense.
That'll be the second penalty time. They get the free throw and possession with 55.8 seconds to play. That was on Dudley, I believe, wasn't it, Steve?
24.
Well, they put Little John, an 84% shooter, at the line. They don't miss in those situations.
Well, you take a quick look at it, you can see Chris Dudley right here, and he's not guarding anybody, and that's illegal. Rod Strickland was illegal. There's a whole bunch of people who are illegal in that play. You got to guard a man. You cannot guard an area.
Russell, played by Aaron McKee. Both teams are in the penalty. Now they'll try and back down Buck. Malone, dodging card time. Beautiful move by. Oh, he missed it. Ostertag keeps it live. How about a 3-second call?
Now, Ostertag brought it down. One of the few times that he brought the ball down and almost got tied up. Malone ducks under, and that one just won't stay in. Ostertag with some long arms, able to keep that one alive, and then the foul.
That foul is on Rod Strickland, but the Blazers had a foul to give. Apparently, he had
on Strickland. He wasn't around the play.
Now, who they call it on? That's the number they just put up. Unless they called it on. Let's see. Malone, foul ball right here. Last foul. Who was that on? Well, they called it on Aaron McKee.
Chris Dudley is third.
63-58, and Dudley gets another foul. And they're going to get him out of there as Malone will go to the line for 2 and a chance to make it a 3-point lead. And Cliff Robinson will check in with Sabonis. And Karl Malone misses a free throw. 4-5 at the line now.
Trailblazers want a score to finish the third quarter of play. So Robinson, Cliff, and Arvydas Sabonis come in.
Karl Malone, 23 seconds remaining here in the third. And Malone gets his wish. He's got 23.
Look at the break.
31 and a half in the series.
But at the break, he had 8. So that tells you that he's going to explode at some point in the ball game, and had a 15-point quarter. Strickland holding for the final possession.
Sabonis, Cliff, they set it up. That's the one they wanted. And they've got it. Here they come. And that'll end the third.
Start your day right with Right Guard Total Defense 5 High Performance Antiperspirant with 48-hour protection. Because your day is only as good as your antiperspirant. Right Guard Total Defense 5. Start your day right. And for even more knockout protection, try new Right Guard Deodorizing Body Wash. The first body wash with 18-hour protection. New Right Guard Deodorizing Body Wash.
Tired sucks, Not end of a long day tired, but middle of the day. Places to go, things to do.
Arvidas. 63-59, here we go. The numbers. Quarters 1 through 3. Pick and roll, look. No, throw it away, Stockton. No look. And he tried to look off the defender and go to Benoit in the corner, and he threw it away. A turnover for the Jazz. That is number 7 for them. Or number 12.
Trying to get Cliff Robinson going. Ostertag with a nice block. And you got to be aware that Ostertag is freelancing in the middle because he's not going to worry about Chris Dudley scoring the ball.
Their number 1 pick is doing a nice job for them tonight, as he did in game 2. Malone, Stockton. A little reluctant to take that deep shot. Shore shoulder. Blazers have it. A 4-point Portland lead. There's Cliff to the basket. And a charge against Cliff Robinson. Trying to be aggressive, going to the basket. Cliff with a charge.
And that really wasn't Cliff's fault. That time they gave him the ball a little bit too far away from the basket, and Russell was there, but you can see Ostertag was back in there as well. And one more dribble, and now Cliff has a chance to get to the rim and throw it down.
2 fouls on Cliff. Offensive foul does not count against the team total. Stockton on Ramil. Ramil's got to defend him. He can't let him turn the corner. Russell, whistle foul. Aaron McKie trying to beat the screen, and he's called for the foul right here. Aaron McKie on the foul. Team foul 1. Personal foul 3 on Aaron McKie.
Stockton sets the screen right there. Gives him a pretty good pop. You know, that's why players don't like John Stockton. He'll get in your way.
Ostertag, Benoit, Stockton, Malone, and Brian Russell. Look for the pick and roll. There it is. And another turnover.
Call a timeout. Malone on the way out of bounds.
I'll tell you, he's close. This is a 20, and Stockton almost had a second turnover of the quarter.
You get a look and feel for what it's like to be a cameraman in the NBA. That's a lot of beef coming your way. Hey, John Curry hanging tough.
The Jazz with 12 turnovers in the ball game. If the Blazers should win this game tonight, we'll have a game on Wednesday night. It's Blazer Vision. It starts at 6:30. Call your local cable company ASAP and make plans if the Blazers win this game tonight. And invite the neighborhood over. You make enough noise, we'll hear you here. 63-59, Portland with a lead. Fourth quarter, trying to prevent from what's happened in games 1 and 2. Buck Williams on Malone. Ramil Robinson trying to fight over the screen. There's the pick and roll. Benoit from the corner. No. Buck Williams high. Ramil can't hang on, but he finally gets it. And he did his best impersonation of a seal there, bouncing that ball around his nose for a moment. And Antoine Carr will get another call.
What you want to do is be aggressive at the offensive end. When Portland gets in trouble, it's because they stand, and now they have to fight the clock. 6 on the clock, McKie.
Once again, Steve, and you hate to keep pointing a finger, but Ramil takes so much time with the ball that he uses up so much of the clock. And that time it was 7 seconds before he got the ball out of his hands. Stockton looked for the pick and roll with a deep pass in the corner.
Trailblazers getting themselves in trouble here with the team fouls. Timeout.
TV timeout call. Second Blazers team foul in the quarter, and they still lead by 4.
No points scored so far in the ball game. We're under the 10-minute mark, so both teams continue to struggle at the offensive end.
13 turnovers in the Jazz. Their season average is 14-8. That's a little unordinary.
Now you're coming down the stretch, and this is where you want to try to begin to take advantage of Sabonis' ability to score the ball inside.
Give him a fake big guy. Block shot, they have it. Ostertag is big. A little ball fake would take care of that. 63-59. Ostertag's really done a nice job.
Well, Ostertag is better than people want to give him credit for. And that's sometimes difficult to understand. Stockton scores.
63-61.
First 2 points of the third period scored by either team. Almost took 3 minutes to get it done. Portland with a 2-point advantage.
Of the fourth period, we're inside in the fourth, and Sabonis is hammered. And down hard he goes. He looked like he got hit by the KGB on that one.
Sabonis has learned how to act. He doesn't get hit that hard, but he does a good job of throwing that head back. Ostertag picks up the person.
9:02 in regulation. Blazers trying to get some points on the boards, and Sabonis missing. He's walking away from the foul line. And the free throw shooting has been as big an adversary to the Blazers tonight as anything else. They've missed 12. They're now 18 for 30. And a lead is a three-point sling guy.
Well, this is a team that they have after that. They have a chance to build a lead against. And what they've got to do is make them a perimeter team and rebound the basketball. And the Jazz have been able to score on some broken plays trying to set up Stockton now.
Sabonis has got to get out of the middle. And they call a foul.
Harvey Grant didn't go to the ball. He let Russell become the aggressor. He got it, knocked him out of bounds.
That's the third Blazers foul in the fourth. And you don't like the direction it's heading.
You don't like the way the team foul situation is heading, but what you got to remember is the Trailblazers are a rebounding team. They must rebound. If they limit the Jazz to one opportunity, they continue to score, control the scoreboard.
That's what happened in the fourth in Utah on Saturday. Blazers one shot, no more. They're being out-rebounded by Utah tonight. Russell. And Ostertag misses the tip. Blazers have got to get on the boards. This is going to be a key factor down the stretch. Rebound the ball, because neither team's shooting real well. There's D'Antonio. Nice pass to Sabonis. How did he hang on? How did he hang on? What a pass by D'Antonio Winfield. Sabonis brilliantly hangs on.
This tells you what a big-time talent Winfield can be. Put that ball on the floor and then wrap it around and right on the money for Sabonis. He muscled that one in. He has a chance for a three-point play.
64, 61 at the time of that basket. Now 66, 61 at the time of that pass. Ostertag goes out, and back into the game comes Karl Malone. And Sabonis makes the three-point play. Arvidas with 21 for the night. Carr, Malone, Russell up front.
They know that they need scoring. They've got the big three back on the floor, +1. Carr trying to put it on the floor and take advantage of his quickness. They get Karl Malone.
Amazing. Malone going to the basket. Blazers now in foul trouble. That is their 14th foul. Malone fouled in the act of, and the foul called against.
With the defense running at him, Karl Malone is one of the best in the league because he only gets one dribble. But he always makes you draw contact and at the line where he is struggling to shoot.
That's a good one. That last foul on D'Antonio Winfield, and Jerry Sloan with some very calm words for his team. 8 years at the helm.
Sloan was on a favorite Chicago team that lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Golden State Warriors in '74. So he knows what it's like. He's been around that long, and he knows that it is a game of runs, and you want to have the last one. You're going to have one.
Good ball movement. Yes! D'Antonio Winfield. Great ball movement. Rod, Lazar, and Winfield. And maybe it's Winfield who steps up to be the hero of Game 3. Knocked away by Sabonis. And maybe deflected by the Utah Jazz, but they're going to give it to Utah with 14 on the shot clock.
Well, when you're wanting and needing a win so bad, you want everything. But Sabonis is the guy that reaches out that big paw, and D'Antonio giving Russell a long look. Russell said, "Wait, isn't that Conley? Can we get a technical?"
Big three-point shot by Winfield. Look out, Hornacek. Oh, Sabonis. And then deflects it on the second effort. Great hustle by the big guy. And a 7-point lead with 7:19 to play.
Well, you got Sabonis being guarded by Carr. One thing Sabonis has to learn how to do is to get that position. They want to go back into Sabonis' foul against Antoine Carr.
The big dog draws their third team foul. Now, you got to do it, Steve. You're talking about 7-3 over 6-9. That's a mismatch.
Carr is going to do everything he can to push him off.
Again, notice how they use their leg in the post to try and root people out. They do it well, but they're watching and getting it tonight. Harvey on the come around. Drive. On the base. Can't get it. They've got it. Here we go. They have a 3-on-3 rush coming down. Stockton off the dribble. No. Yes, he did. That's a 3, and it's a 4-point game again.
Well, Stockton's good at reading that. Everyone retreated, and there was no one there, and that's the best time to shoot a 3 in transition and no pressure on you. Pick and roll between Sabonis and Strickland.
Stockton has had 5 shots from the floor tonight, and the Blazers turned the ball over. Wow. Blazer lead 4. Was 7 a moment ago. Stockton off the dribble, hit the deep 3. Clock rolling. Here's Malone on Sabonis. Scares you to death.
Now, better to see him take that deep try than to bring the ball to the basket, draw a foul. Now, you know, again, what Portland needs to do is reestablish Sabonis. Nice pass into Harvey Grant.
Oh, Harvey missed it inside. Unreal, couldn't put it up and in. What a pass by Sabonis, and here they come with a chance to tie or go ahead. Malone.
So the ball game is tied. But you play through. Instead of tightening up, this is the time to be more aggressive. Harvey Grant had a good chance. You want to continue to be right at the basket.
Think you're stuck paying high auto insurance rates because of your driving record? Then now is the time to change the game. Just go to thegeneral.com or call us for a super fast quote. All it takes is a couple of minutes. You'll get a great low rate, low monthly payment, and a down payment as low as $59. You'll also get instant proof of insurance.
Show off. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Cliff Robinson, excuse me.
Cliff comes in along with Buck Williams. Wingfield and Grant are down. Sabonis at the basket, tried to muscle it up, couldn't get it done.
Does he get any foul calls at all?
And the thing the Trailblazers don't want to do is stand, get a foul against John Stockton out on the floor. So Portland will get a new 24. 4th team foul. Both teams will be headed into the penalty on the next one. Stockton gets up limping.
And for John Stockton, that is personal foul number 4. 70-70. 5:17 remaining. Rod, Sabonis interchange with McKee. Try and get to the big fella. Boy, they're really hammering him. I mean, hammering. On the cut, Rod lost the ball out of bounds. Deflected by the Jazz.
What Sabonis has to try to do is score the ball. Both teams will be in the penalty on the next foul. Portland 14 on the shot clock.
Rod Strickland. Shot clock at 10. Aaron McKee.
Right now they're confused. They want to make it a good shot. They don't know how to get it. Buck Williams with the save. Got it up twice.
Sabonis. Bizarre. 72-70. 4:45 remaining. Sabonis with 23. Come on, the crowd's got to get in it. Malone for a tie.
Malone is dialed in, so you got to again get back to attacking Stockton, making it difficult for him to find Karl Malone. The game is tied.
Malone is playing like the MVP in this series. 29 points tonight, 33, 30 in games 1 and 2. Aaron McKie breaks down Hornacek. Good! Foul on the play, Hornacek. That's 5.
Attacking Jeff Hornacek and Aaron McKie, when he gets in that 15, 16-foot range, is very effective and plays under control, a chance for a three-point play.
Aaron McKie, who didn't hit a field goal in the series until the third quarter tonight, now has 14 points in the game. Had 2 free throws in the first half. He's got 12 points in the second. Stockton can't pull up. Hornacek with 5 fouls. Illegal defense against Portland. They shoot the free throw and get it back, and they trail by 3.
5-2, and that's Buck Williams, the guy that was illegal. But again, you get so concerned about trying to shut down the middle. And you look at all of the Trailblazers in there, and you want to find Buck Williams. Well, Buck Williams is there, but you've got McKie in here and Sabonis not guarding anybody. But they put up Buck Williams' number, but it probably was Aaron McKie.
Big play right there, that technical. Try and go Malone and do. Tough, away. And McKie lost the ball over the end line. A little hasty, and they'll get it back with 24 on the clock and 3:44 in the game. Well, they shouldn't get it with 24, should they?
No, well, they're saying that
touch anything.
What they're saying is that he dribbled the ball, had control.
And they're going to give him 24. Now watch this set play off the inbound. There's Benoit. He's free at the basket. They didn't see him. Cliff defending him. Stockton guarded by Rod Strickland. Over the top. Nice cut to the basket. And a foul call against the Trailblazers. And down goes the big dog. And he'll get 2 free throws and a chance to tie the game.
23, Aaron McKie, his 4th personal.
Fourth foul
on the
against
foul.
McKie, but did a good job of trying to step in the passing lanes. Couldn't get to the ball before Antoine Carr.
63% free throw shooter during the playoffs so far. Antoine Carr. He's a money player, 12-year veteran, so you know he's going to be on the money. Carr during the regular season, 79%. Tie game. Tie ball game.
Well, Eddie, you wouldn't want it any other way. That keeps you in the ball game, and the fans moving on the edge of their seat. See how Portland comes back and tries to break the tie.
It's Mayloc's time.
Trying to go to McKie against Hornacek.
Stagnant. Offense stagnant.
Ooh, got away with one.
Oh, Aaron McKie. Save to the wrong guy. They're trying to foul Hornacek out of the game.
Well, what happened was McKie had too easy a shot and didn't change his shooting motion, trying to aim it in, missed it.
There's Stockton trying to stop and go against Rod. There's Antoine Carr, knocked away by Buck. 6 on the clock. Guess who? Hornacek.
Now that's an unfortunate break for the Trailblazers. They did a very good job defensively, but a broken play and the Jazz score.
77-75. Rod Strickland tied up. 77 all. 2:35 to play in the game. Is this thing heading to extra frames? Crowd on their feet. About time. Pick and roll. Malone open.
You've got to prevent Malone from getting the ball now. The looks are wide open. He's found the range. He's not going to miss those. They're doing a good job of jumping Stockton, and someone's got to come to get to Karl Malone just to make him have to fight the pressure.
31
Sabonis.
points for Malone.
Sabonis has got to bring that ball to the basket. 8 on the shot clock.
They're not. Sabonis is not getting shots again in the fourth quarter tonight. Cliff. Buck. Sabonis. Tied at 79.
But Sabonis is not getting shots because he's not taking shots. They're throwing him the ball. He kicks it back out.
Sabonis with 25. He's had 26 in each of the first 2 games. Watch the pick and roll. There's Malone again. Sabonis got knocked down. And Antoine Carr covers. 81-79. Minute and a half to play. Can the Blazers come back? Rod Strickland tied at 81. 1:18 to play. And both teams with plenty of timeouts remaining. The Jazz are going to run a set play. And like we always tell you in the playoffs, it comes down to half-court execution.
Now they're going to come back with the same play, pick and roll, Karl Malone and Stockton, but they leave him open again.
Blocked by Sabonis, and they call a foul!
Buck Williams had to run out. They had covered John Stockton, and they forgot about Malone in the corner. And then bringing the ball to the basket. Sabonis trying to get there.
Bob Whitson. Paul Allen. And a sellout crowd. A great time for Malone to miss a couple of them. For Willie. 81-81. Malone with 31 points. That's his average for the series. Best night at the foul line in the series. Missed 2. And Malone fouls Arvydas Sabonis. That's 5 on Karl Malone. 3, pardon me.
15.
What?
15 foul.
15 foul.
It's a shooter. Malone knew he missed, and he didn't think that Sabonis was aware of where he was, couldn't get to the ball.
There are 59.9 seconds remaining in the basketball game. And the game is tied. And Sabonis misses again. Wow. Take your time, big man. These are all so very important. Blazer lead is 1. Blazers shooting 62% at the foul line and miss 13 tonight.
Same play, pick and roll, Stockton and Malone.
Buck Williams and fouled by Antoine Carr. Penalty in. 44.5 seconds. And now it's a question of who wants it more.
This is a tough runner and the kind that Hornacek usually floats in, but that touched nothing. Buck Williams got there first. Carr and Hornacek trying to tie him up.
Blazers have gone ahead on the rebound.
This is sweat, hard sweat for those in attendance here. Buck Williams misses the first.
PJ, a little encouragement. This is the season hanging on the line right here. The Blazers 21 of 35 at the foul line. Buck Williams makes the second. 2-point lead. And the boss is Lavi. But he's up. He's up. He wants everybody else up. 83-81. Benoit. Blocked by Cliff. They get it back. Benoit again. No! Sabonis! Got it! The big guy! The foul on the play. With 27.1 seconds to play.
They got a foul against Antoine Carr.
Benoit, I believe. 21 is what they indicated, Steve.
Benoit, after the block, got it back. Takes another shot. This one off the side. Carr, and then Benoit crashes in. So Sabonis, he wants these.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe the free throw shooting. 22 of 36.
They put 3 seconds back on the clock. It's 30.9 in between the free throws, and that's what the officials are telling all of the players out on the floor. What Sabonis needs to do is calm down, step up, and make the one.
Sabonis, the Blazers now have to defend for the next 30 seconds. 24 of those at least. Misses them both. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. The lead is 2, and the Jazz have the ball. And the Blazers have missed 16 free throws in the game tonight. Inbounding midcourt will be Benoit. They'll have a set play with Carr on top. Malone in the right corner, played by Dudley. Hornacek cross-screening Rod the corner. On top, Hornacek. They'll try and set up the 2 to tie. Inside Malone. Tie game. Unbelievable. And now the Blazers have one last opportunity here to win the game when they had many chances at the foul line and couldn't. And we'll take a timeout.
The Jazz don't want to foul, so they're going to let the Trailblazers get the ball in.
And they'll use the clock. 83-83 a tie. You see the clock?
And we're going to pick and roll here with Rod Strickland and Sabonis. Clip for 3.
Didn't get it. They've got it. Call time. 5 seconds to play in the game. And they've got exactly what they want, the ball and a chance to win. Unreal. 5 seconds to get it in. 5 seconds to get it up. Malone. No. Cliff Robinson. Overtime. That's what you had to hope for, and that's what they're going to get. Yeah. A little extra for the fans that came here tonight.
It was sad. It was like...
Dave.
Overtime. 3 timeouts or any leftover 20s you had from the second half. The Blazers have 1. So they've got 3 timeouts in the 20. The Jazz have 3 timeouts. You shoot the penalty on the 4th team foul. The Jazz have foul problems with Hornacek, who has 5, Stockton, who has 4. Here's Rob. Cliff, needed. Foul on the play.
Ostertag is long, and he had a tough time getting that one over. Ostertag brings it down.
The Blazers have had a miserable night at the foul line. 22 of 38. Sabonis, Buck, Cliff, Rod, McKee. They have Stockton, Benoit, Malone, Felton, Spencer. Nope, he's gone. Antoine Carr and Jeff Hornacek. Cliff makes the first. Blazer lead 84-83. Blazers and the Jazz have not shot well. 33 and 39%, and the Blazers miss another free throw.
1 of 2. And the Trailblazers start the scoring, and the team that scores first in an overtime generally wins, but Portland's got to do a good job of making some other people shoot the ball now. Not Karl Malone, not John Stockton, Benoit's, Carr's. Benoit cashes that one.
Steve, do you double in this situation, or do you stay with your man?
You try to stay with your man, but I mean, Benoit is not a big-time pressure player. He's going to miss more of those than he makes, and I think you have to try that. Rod Strickland went for a 3.
85-84. Blazers down by 1. Down to the 4-minute mark.
Plenty of time left in this overtime, and you want to do all of the things that you were doing well in the earlier 48 minutes, which is to be aggressive, make them a perimeter team. Hornacek can't miss that.
And a great save by Aaron McKee.
You can't miss that rebound, and the Trailblazers almost did.
During the regular season, the Blazers were 3 and 3 in overtimes, and the Jazz were 1 and 2. In case you like to put the numbers to the paper. Cliff that Benoit by him and foul. Nice, good, strong move to the basket. This is on Karl Malone, and he's got 4.
Benoit gives up the baseline. Cliff has just a little bit of trouble getting that ball back up as Karl Malone was reaching in. Might have had a chance to get a 3-point play.
Clifford Robinson at the foul line. Blazers need both of these. First is right there in the throat. We're tied at 85-85. 3:29 to play in the overtime period. New England maple syrup, and you know that's pure. And the Blazers with a 1-point lead and 86-85 to score.
Same play, trying to set the pick and roll, trying to find Malone, and they get him open.
There's Hornacek playing with 5 fouls. You got to stay with your man. The lead is 1. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to play. Carr looks for the pick and slip. Here's Hornacek. Malone. 33 points on Buck. Forces the pass with 3 on the clock. And a loose ball foul called on number 32, Karl Malone. He's got 5.
Third-team foul. Bob Delaney and Karl Malone both keep their cool. Portland will have possession with 2:50 left in the game.
Next foul by the Jazz, and it's penalty time.
This is good. Stockton is out there telling, watch Rod Strickland, he's giving me the elbows. Both teams working the officials best they can. Sabonis kicks it back out.
Aaron McKee. Oh, he hits a big shot, a runner by the kid. 88-85. 2:25 to play in overtime. Stockton on Rod. Logjam inside. Interchange in the lane. To Malone. Who's got it? Buck hustles and gets it. And Rod almost lost the dribble, and McKee got hit in the face. Blazers have a 20 they can burn if they want it. I don't know if PJ's aware of it, but they have 3 in the 20.
And they want to get the ball into Sabonis. In and out.
They do. And the big guys knocked to the deck. They look like Riddick Bowe going down for the count there.
Sabonis, this is a tougher shot for him right here. He comes into the defense, fortunate to get the call that time, back on the line. The last time he was there, he had a chance to give Portland a 4-point lead as McKee sits down after taking a shot in the throat. See if Sabonis has settled down. Those are the same numbers he finished game 2 with, 26 and 12.
Harvey Grant has checked in for Aaron McKee. The big guy takes his time. When you get tired, usually your legs go, and the free throws are obviously not there. And that ball kept alive, knocked over the back. Come on, Jess, who's calling it? Oh, they're going to call it Utah's ball.
Cliff Robinson knocked it over the top.
Blazers lead 4. Arvydas Sabonis, 5 of 11 at the foul line.
Sabonis very unhappy with themselves about not being able to connect on 2 free throws, but his team has a 4-point advantage. Portland has to continue to defend, knowing the Jazz are going to come back to Malone and Stockton.
Under 2 to play in the overtime. Blazers getting up on him defensively. Stockton on the block. Pump fake in the middle. Rod right with him. And a foul called on Rod Strickland. Come on, Bob Delaney. Come on.
Rod did a great job of avoiding the first foul. Thought he had all ball on this. Stockton gets him off his feet with the pump fake, but he doesn't touch him. Now he'll come back, and on the other side, he got him.
I don't think Stockton has missed a free throw in the series. I have to check. Coming in the first 2 games. Not long. He was 12 for 15 coming in, and tonight John is 7 for 7.
Sabonis coming back in, Dudley going back to the bench. Portland goes offense, defense. Stockton gets the first. Sabonis was up here, was really groaning, upset with himself about missing the free throw.
Stockton has played 44 minutes. Benoit and Malone 46 minutes. Strickland 43 minutes.
This is win a game. Do whatever it takes to win a game. And, you know, if you have to exhaust yourself, if you're Utah to get out of here 3-0, you're going to do that. And if you're Portland, you got to win a game, so you're going to do the same thing. Trying to set up a pick and roll Sabonis.
Remember the next foul, the Blazers go to the line. Cliff, beautiful! How sweet it is, Cliff Robinson. 11 points in the game, and 5 of them have come here in the overtime. Cliff coming up big here in the OT. Stockton Malone. By Buck, and no good, and Buck on the foul.
Got him on the ground so they don't call it.
He shouldn't be shooting here, I don't think.
Penalties.
Penalties. That's right. Well, they put him in the game. They're at the line. 2 shots on the free throws, and Buck Williams on the foul.
A lot of people have been saying Cliff can't deliver the goods under the gun, but this is a big-time move and a drop to give Portland a 4-point advantage, and Cliff has been the man here in the OT.
Karl Malone. Been tough at the foul line tonight, 7 for 10. Nothing changes.
Well, the last time he was there, he missed them both in a big situation. A little bit more concentration for Malone, but he has been erratic at the free throw line this season. He's got a little back. He pulls back on his free throws, and a lot of times that makes the shot short.
Again, reciting the Declaration of Independence, probably. And he pulls his team to within 2. 91-89.
Next foul on the Jazz sends the Trailblazers back to the line. They take a timeout.
This is at 20.
Expect great competition. Tune in for live WNBA action. Mystics Storm is today at 3 p.m. and tonight is Sparks Silver Stars at 8 p.m. on NBA TV.
1, 2, 3, hit me!
A jump start for your game, not your nerves.
Watch me! Super!
The proven push, stamina in a bottle. The original Gatorade.
Sometimes I feel so nice.
And thirst-quenching protein that helps restore your body while cooling you down. Prime, Perform, Recover. The G-Series from Gatorade.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? What, do you live under a rock?
No way.
Hey, Rick, check this out.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Log on to NBA.com.
Portland 91, Utah 89. 1:09 to play in regulation. Cliff will inbound the ball. The Jazz still are protecting Hornacek with his 5 fouls. Blazers have been unable to foul him out. Now he's all over Harvey Grant, but they get the ball to Harvey, who's not a real good dribbler, and they finally get it to Rod. Down to the big man.
Repost him.
Harvey with a big shot. Not this time, Harvey. And a jump ball. A jump ball tie-up as Benoit falls down.
Well, Benoit thought he was calling timeout on the way down, and Rod Strickland stepped in. Benoit might have banged the knee on the way down. This ball is short by Grant. Benoit on the way to the floor, hits that knee, and Rod Strickland steps in. Thought he had it.
Get him in there. Don't give him a chance for that knee to get better.
Well, Benoit, he's a great leaper, and Rod's pretty quick off his feet, but the Jazz should control the tip. Portland's got to look to steal if they can. They're going to go Hornacek.
Double foul. Double foul, says Bob Delaney. And who's it on? Oh, Hornacek is one of them, and he's fouled out of the game.
Another jump ball. Bigger player coming into the game, and Chris Morris. Morris has not been a factor so far in these playoffs. They'll move the ball in the middle now. Anybody can jump ball in this situation. So Cliff comes in.
91-89 Trailblazers. Hornacek is gone.
So anybody can jump in this situation.
Harvey Grant got his 3rd personal foul.
Portland's got to look to see where they can control the tap. They're gambling that Cliff is going to be able to get it. They give the Jazz the ball.
They tapped it into no man's land. How big is this possession with a 2-point lead? Stockton tries to beat Rod. Benoit. We're under a minute. We're down close to a half minute. Benoit. Oh, a big shot. That's a 2. And they have tied it at 91. And the clock is rolling. And the Blazers have timeouts to take, and they'll take one right now. Malone will defend on Buck Williams. Here he goes. Right down to the big guy.
Big guy repost. The ball is a little short. He's got to think about shooting. That gets in deeper.
Oh, my. Buck Williams! In and out and in! With 14 seconds to play, the Blazers with a 2-point lead. Buck Williams with a great follow. Malone in the right corner. Watch for the interchange, and they rub off in the base. Here's Stockton. Trying to get the ball and does. Clock rolling. Little John.
Here they come with the set play.
Step out and help. There he is. Didn't get it. Who's got it? Harvey Grant! 3.5 seconds to play. A foul. The Blazers go to the other way.
Rod Strickland came hard and high for that rebound. He's either tired or he took a shot, and he is resting right now.
A gutty performance by both teams here tonight. When you consider that neither team has shot well, Portland 34, the Jazz 38%. They're hanging right in there.
Strickland, a chance to give the Trailblazers a lead of 4 if he gets both.
Wow. 26 of 45 at the free throw line. 2.7 seconds. They get the ball. They'll call timeout.
He's got this one all the way. Paul Allen is sweating it. He doesn't believe it.
He does. And the Jazz will call the timeout. They got 2.7 seconds. 94, 91, 2.7. Did the Blazers hang on and go to game 4? Benoit, they wanted to see what the Blazers set was. Blazers take a good look.
Delay of game.
Delay of game call against Portland, and you'll see a lot of teams do that just to see what their set was. And
what you have to do is stay up on Malone, Morris, and Carr. They can all shoot deep. You don't want to just give them a free look.
Carr's alone. Here's Chris Morris. He's a good three-point shooter. No, it's over. Blazers win an OT. It'll be a game 4.
Here we go, opening tip. Chris Webber and Mark West, the official.